There are two refrigerator designs worth comparing for most kitchens. One has 2 doors, the other has 3.
That sounds too simple for a machine that can cost thousands of dollars. But the number of doors tells you more than the badge on the front.
I am going to show you the 2 designs, the trouble spots to count, and the one local phone call to make before spending a dime.
You will not open a service panel. You will not touch wiring or refrigerant.
On this channel, every claim has to survive a measurement or a source. For this comparison, measure the opening, count the systems, and keep every claim tied to its source. One logo cannot settle this for you. The evidence has to do that. That is exactly why I am not going to pretend one logo can settle this for you. I checked federal buying guidance, a Consumer Reports owner survey, manufacturer specifications, and regional first-year service data. Those sources do not measure the same thing. That disagreement matters. By the end, you will know which of the 2 designs fits your house, which convenience systems add trouble points, and how to check whether anyone near you can repair the exact machine. The part that should bother you is not that modern refrigerators have features. It is that every extra feature is easy to sell at the showroom and easy to forget when the warranty is over. Nobody at the sales counter is paid to count what can fail 5 years from now. Stay with me. By the end of this, you will have a refrigerator buying card you can use this weekend.
Let me start with what most folks get wrong, because if you do not understand this, none of the rest will work. You are not buying a brand first. You are buying a configuration.
A refrigerator is an insulated box that moves heat from inside the cabinet to the room. Around that basic job, manufacturers add doors, drawers, ice makers, water valves, filters, displays, fans, sensors, and control boards. Some of those features are useful, but useful and necessary are not the same word. I call this the feature ladder. Every rung gives you something. Every rung also gives you another component, seal, connection, or control to inspect. That does not prove that a simple machine will always last longer. The available evidence does not support that promise. It does mean you should buy each rung on purpose. Energy Star says top freezer models tend to use less energy than bottom freezer or side-by-side models. It also says fewer doors reduce cold air leakage and that the most efficient sizes are typically 16 to 20 cubic feet. Consumer Reports says top freezers are more reliable than other configurations in its member data. Its 2025 report looked at more than 66,500 refrigerators with ice makers. Those machines were bought new from 2014 through 2024. In that survey, ice makers and water and ice dispensers were the 2 most commonly reported problem areas. Consumer Reports estimated that 33% of the refrigerators in that survey population would need repair by the end of year 5. That is a population estimate. It is not a prediction for the machine sitting in front of you, but it gives us the first answer. If you want fewer convenience systems, start with the simplest useful configuration.
The first design is a properly sized top freezer with no dispenser and only the ice maker you truly need. This is the plain answer. That is why it is easy to walk past.
For many households, 16 to 20 cubic feet is the useful range to examine first. Measure your actual food load before you decide. A refrigerator that is too small is frustrating. One that is much larger than you need takes more kitchen space and invites you to pay for capacity you do not use. Count the doors. Count the water connections. Look for a dispenser opening. Ask whether the ice maker is standard, optional, or absent. One current example of this design is Whirlpool Model WRT 518 SZFM. Whirlpool listed as an 18 cubic foot two-door top freezer. Its specifications show no dispenser, and the ice maker is optional. That makes it a useful example of the design. It does not make it a proven national reliability winner. Treat this as a design example, not a reliability verdict. The model suffix matters. Check the full letters and numbers on the specification sheet. Similar names can hide a different finish or a changed machine. Here is the proof check. Measure the cabinet opening. Measure the narrowest point on the delivery path. Check the door swing with the refrigerator open far enough to remove the drawers. Find the outlet. Then read the exact installation sheet for ventilation clearances. Do not guess from the width in a store label. Now call an authorized service company in your area. Give them the complete model number. Ask 2 questions. Do you work on this exact model? Can you obtain ordinary service parts for it? That call closes the local risk loop. A good machine with no qualified service nearby may be the wrong machine for your house. Measure the doorway and the box. Do not guess when the clearances are close.
Now the fork. Choose the simple top freezer if your first priorities are value, fewer convenience systems, and a category with stronger reliability evidence. Choose the second design only if its daily benefits matter enough to you.
The second design is a counter-depth French door refrigerator from a locally serviceable brand selected only after you check the exact model. Counter-depth can sit closer to the cabinet line. French doors can make fresh food easier to reach. Wide shelves can suit trays and platters. Through-door ice and water can be convenient every day. Those are real benefits. They are also higher rungs on the feature ladder. The right question is not whether French doors are bad. The right question is whether you will use the benefits enough to accept the extra systems and the evidence limits. This is where honest research gets less tidy. Consumer Reports named Bosch its best French door refrigerator brand for 2026. Yale Appliance measures something different. Yale publishes first-year service rates for appliances it sells and services in the greater Boston region. Its 2026 counter-depth sample included brands with at least 150 units. In that sample, LG had a first-year service rate of 10.1%. GE had 12.1%. Bosch had 12.7%. The category average was 12%. One source weighs a broader set of brand and product evidence. The other counts first-year service in one seller's regional customer base. Those numbers are not lifetime failure rates. They are not national model rankings. They do not prove that every LG, GE, or Bosch refrigerator will behave the same way. They do prove something useful. The word best changes when the method changes. That is the evidence disagreement I promised you. I will not erase it to give you a cleaner story. A current example of the second design is Bosch Model B 36CD52 SNS. Bosch lists it as a 36-inch, 3-door, counter-depth French door refrigerator with a bottom freezer. Its listed capacity is 21.6 cubic feet. It includes through-door ice and water, a water filter, wireless connection, 1 compressor, and 1 evaporator. Those specifications tell you what it is. They do not prove that this exact model is the most reliable French door refrigerator. The available regional data does not put Bosch lowest in first-year service rate, and a brand-level Consumer Reports Award does not become an exact model verdict just because the badge matches. So my second answer is a design and a buying process, not a magic model number. If you want counter-depth French doors, shortlist exact models only after checking current price, warranty, parts, and local authorized service. Pay for the features you will use. Do not pay for a badge and call the research finished.
There is one boundary I want clear. You can measure the opening, check the delivery path, inspect door seals, read the manual, and monitor temperature with appliance thermometers.
The Food and Drug Administration says the refrigerator should stay at 40 degrees Fahrenheit or below. The freezer should stay at 0. Do not trust smell or appearance after unsafe temperatures. Use the Federal Food Safety Guidance. Unplug the machine before any cleaning the manual tells you to do, or before any inspection near powered components. Do not open energized electrical compartments. Do not bypass switches. Do not probe live circuits. Do not puncture, cut, heat, tap, recharge, or open the sealed refrigerant system. Refrigerant work belongs to a qualified technician. Burning odors, a damaged cord, repeated breaker trips, or a refrigerator that cannot hold a safe food temperature are stop signs. There is no shame in calling a professional. Good judgment is part of being capable. Here is your buying card. First, measure the opening, delivery path, door swing, and manual clearances. Second, choose the configuration before the brand. Third, buy only the ice and water systems you will use. Fourth, check the complete model suffix against the current specification sheet. Fifth, check the written warranty, current price, and part support on the day you buy. Sixth, call a local authorized service company with the exact model number before you order. Here is one dated price check, not a national promise. On July 29, 2026, Whirlpool showed the stainless Whirlpool WRT 518 SZFM at $778.99. Home Depot showed the replacement Whirlpool Ice Maker Kit W11517113 at $99.99. Whirlpool says that kit replaces ECKMFEZ2. You still have to confirm compatibility with your complete refrigerator model before ordering it. The refrigerator and kit came to $878.98 before tax, delivery, installation, water line work, or haul away. On the same date, Bosch showed the Premium B 36CD52SNS example at $3,699. Those figures will change by seller, finish, region, and date. Recheck them when you buy. Your deadline is simple. Make the service call before you pay, not after the machine is in your kitchen. So these are the two designs that survive the evidence check. For simple value, a properly sized top freezer with no dispenser and only the ice maker you truly need. For premium convenience, a counter-depth French door model that passes your local service, parts, price, warranty, and exact model checks. The first design gives up some easy access and showroom features. The second design adds daily convenience, but it also climbs the feature ladder. Neither answer removes the need to measure. Neither badge replaces a local service check. That is not as neat as naming two magic boxes. It is more useful.
Which refrigerator is in your kitchen now? Top freezer, side by side, or French door? Tell me which feature you would refuse to give up. I read every one of these. Next time, I am putting a dull drill bit, an angle gauge, and a grinding wheel on this bench. One small angle decides whether that bit cuts or only makes heat. Measure it before you replace it. Most things are not broken, they are just out of adjustment.